Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I was just looking through my social media feed and I saw another one of these guys who started in with this, talking about the sacrifices they make for their training lifestyle. And let's talk about that for a little bit. I'm going to put on my +5 out of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and we're going to delve into this because there's nothing more annoying than these guys who talk about their sacrifices they make. Of course, it usually goes hand in hand with leg day memes, and it's like, well, yeah, you're sacrificing gains by doing a bro split without using tons of drugs, but outside of that, there's no sacrifice involved. And here's why I say that. These are people who generally live in first world countries. Now, there are exceptions to that. I have some non-first world countries in my subscriber list, my regular watchers, so I know that's not true for all of you, but talking about as a general rule, most of these guys live in first world countries, and girls. Let's not even generalize with guys. Guys and girls live in first world countries. They have access to plenty. They have access to gyms, to weights, to food, limitless calories. Anyone who says that their budget's too tight to have limitless calories has clearly never gone and look at the big bags, 25-pound bags of rice and giant containers of oats at their store. Oh, you can get 10,000 calories on a tight budget, easy if you wanted to. We live in a land of limitless calories to where we have the luxury to get in the calories back in easily that we burn training. Not everyone has that luxury, by the way. And these are people who go in and do something they love, that they're obsessive about, that they enjoy doing. And then they talk about their struggles and their sacrifices. It's like, who are you kidding? And there's nothing more annoying than a pro bodybuilder or model who starts in with their sacrifice and their discipline. Because again, you're doing something that you love while making a living doing it. Where's the sacrifice? It might be a sacrifice to the amount of drugs you put in your body. It might be a sacrifice because you might be straight and you have to suck dick to buy all those drugs. That might be a sacrifice, but you're still doing it because it's something that you love doing. I mean, you have to really, really love this to be able to put yourself through those things. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it. This isn't a sacrifice. Lifting weights and training is a luxury. I mean, this is a first world problem. The people who make sacrifices to train. I saw a thing on down in Cambodia, a powerlifting group down in Cambodia. These guys are walking barefooted. Some of them are having to walk an hour a day to get to their gym or more on foot. Possibly getting killed by gorillas, and I don't mean gorillas in the forest. I'm talking armed gorillas. Because they live in dangerous lands, being attacked by a wild animal, bitten by a snake. To get to this gym, they're going too barefooted sometimes to go join this powerlifting club. And then you see their equipment. They have like one bar they all share for squatting. It's rusty, like 30 years old, bunch of rusty plates, scary equipment. And they're going there to train so they can compete in powerlifting. And I believe they're actually recognized by at least one federation and can actually go to competitions and meets. And then these people somehow find a way to try to make it to meets if they qualify. All right, they actually go compete at a meet. Again, living in third world squalor. Now that's some sacrifice to train. That's a little bit of sacrifice to train. All right, but people who live in the middle of a metropolitan area with a gym everywhere, access to limitless food, who have to take a little time out of their day to hit the gym on the way home from work, or people who do this as a job. If you do this as a job, if you work as a personal trainer in the gym and you compete in something, I don't want to hear about your sacrifice. You're already at the gym. You work there. You're not even making an extra trip in traffic. But, they talk about this stuff like it's something that they hate. You know what? It's optional. All right, it's completely optional, and unless you live in a country like I was talking about down in Cambodia or Nigeria or something, and you're going through those efforts to get to a gym, this is a luxury. You get to train. You have the free time to train. You have the money for a gym membership. You have money for food, for the calories that you burn. You're not at risk of starving to death because you gained 10 extra pounds of muscle. You're doing it as a hobby that you enjoy doing. Sacrifice? Are you serious? All the guys on YouTube. You see anyone on YouTube with over 100,000 subscribers? Let me explain this to you. I don't have that. I easily make a comfortable living with what I do here. I'm not going to lie, I do. It pays the bills. All right, anybody on YouTube with 100,000 or 300,000 subscribers makes a video every day talking about their sacrifice on camera, they're usually living pretty decently off of their YouTube revenue. All right, and they're getting on camera training and getting paid to talk to you about their sacrifice. They're getting paid to talk to you about it while they're training in the gym, doing their leg day. They're not making sacrifices, guys. This is their job. And some of them are making 6 figures easily. Few of them might be making 7 figures. And they're going to get up and talk about their sacrifice. Seriously, guys, come on. But even those aside, when you really think about it, guys, training isn't a sacrifice, it's a luxury. Training is something you get to do. And anyone who posts about it on their Facebook or their social media or their Instagram or anything else, it's not a sacrifice, it's their lifestyle. A purely optional lifestyle that they choose to partake in because they have a passion for it. In what world is that sacrifice? You want to know what sacrifice? A single mother working 2 full-time jobs to support her children because either her husband died or the baby's daddy died or walked out on her and left her with 2 or 3 children on her own to support. And so she works 2 jobs to give them a better life than they would have on just welfare. That's sacrifice. That's sacrifice. And most people who don't have those sort of struggles, who go train and they come talk about the sacrifices they make, and then they want to talk about how terrible leg day DOMs and everything is, when actually the only reason they have DOMs is because they're stupid. They don't actually know how to train, and they don't understand basic training program, or they wouldn't have DOMs and soreness or a leg day to begin with. But, you know, that aside, they want to talk about sacrifices if their lifestyle or what they're doing in the gym is a struggle. And for the few people that it is a struggle, it's usually because they've given up everything else important in their life to train, and therefore getting enough money to live the lifestyle they're trying to live might be a struggle because they've made some bad choices in their life. But there's no sacrifice when you're partaking in hobbies that you enjoy doing that are a luxury that you do by your own choice because you like doing it. That's not a sacrifice. That's living life on your own terms and enjoying it and doing the things that you love. And if you really and truly see it as a sacrifice, you have completely wasted your life. And what I mean by that is this is an optional hobby that most people do because they love it. If it actually starts to feel like a sacrifice or a struggle to you, you are wasting your life doing something that you don't enjoy that's completely optional. Quit doing it. It's as easy as that. It's that simple. All you have to do is just say, screw it. I don't want to do squats anymore. I don't want to do leg presses anymore. I want to go to the gym one day and we can do a few curls and crunches and go home. That's all you have to do. At any time, you can make that choice and just say, that's all I want to do. You know what? Fuck it. I don't want to work out anymore. It's just too hard. And it's that simple. Anyone who lifts can just walk away at any time. It's as simple as that. So this whole idea about their struggles and the sacrifice and their hard work, if you really see it as hard work, you should probably reconsider what you're doing. I'm just saying. Because you know what? A lot of us go in and train heavy because that's what we enjoy doing. It's as simple as that. I go in and deadlift 2 or 3 times every week. I usually work with 500 pounds for working sets. And you know what? Some people will call that hard work. I don't. I like deadlifting. I enjoy doing it. If I didn't enjoy doing it, I wouldn't do it. I don't really think it's hard. If I felt like deadlifting was hard, I would quit doing it. I actually just enjoy it. It's fun. I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy the strength that it gives me. It's as simple as that, guys. So people need to end with this silly bullshit about sacrifice. It's just ridiculous. Come on. If it feels like hard work or sacrifice to you, then find something else to do that you enjoy more. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.